Now that you've assigned some work, let's look at the feedback loop and the kind of assessment that a teacher can do. So pick an assignment, and once you select it, it gives you the ability to go back, edit the assignment. So even if I want to make minor changes, add different directions, maybe add or change points to it, even change the due date if I wanted to. Then I can go up and update it. And at least the assignment now has a different due date. Now, as far as the assignment itself, it shows all of the students. It shows their status of whether they've turned it in, whether they've just opened the assignment, or they haven't even looked at it. You have the ability to add feedback right here on this grading page, and you can actually type in grades too. So all that's on your main page for looking at. But if you really want to kind of go deeper and provide some assessment directly in assignment, you go ahead and you can click on turned in or click on any student per se. And when you click on that within the assignment, it embeds, I'll just keep it over here, it embeds what the student has done. So you can see this is the actual document that the student has turned in and worked on. I have my immersive reader in here built in. I have the edit document, so I can actually go ahead and make edits to it myself as a teacher. I can open it on my desktop app or open it up here so I can start editing. If I click on the dots, I also have the ability to translate, maybe download it as a PDF and embed it if I needed to in other places. But typically, this is a way you can just quickly view and give feedback. You can actually enter in the same feedback here that we were doing earlier on the previous page. You can do it per student. So, maybe my feedback for this one was, focus on one event and talk more about it. And so I can actually just return it to that student. And so now they have editing rights back, and they will see my points status. If I want to go to the next student, I don't have to go back out. I just click on the arrow here, and now it takes me to the next student. The student didn't turn it in, but, looks like they started something. They don't think they did anything. Maybe we can make something up. Now they might not see this feedback, so what I can also do is I can go to Edit Document and click Edit, and it'll open up an editor, basically Word, right inside here. And now I can highlight text if I wanted to. I can change to reviewing if I wanted to, so I can kind of add suggestions. I can also click on comments and create a new comment and say, see my feedback notes. I think you can make up something that you wanted to do. That's your story. And then I can click on send, of course, and now they have that ability to see that comment. And so when I return this one, then the student will see that. So that's kind of how the loop would happen here. And then, of course, I can go to specific students. So selected both those, but I can go all the way down to this student, for example, if I needed to. But they all work right inside of here. So I can view or edit. Of course, they've done nothing on this. So, if I wanted to, I could return back with scores or something like that. But when I hit close, it takes me back in, and look, I have 2 that have been graded, and I wonder why it's saying I've graded. It's because I've returned it back to them. Even though I didn't officially put points, I gave them some sort of feedback in return, so that's why it's considered graded. If, for instance, I wanted to give grades to them, and I could just hit return here, and it will return those assignments with the grade. If I checked something here, I can also delete those. I can add feedback. Notice this is the same feedback I gave earlier. So this is a way that you can, as a teacher, stay in one spot and be able to grade assignment after assignment and be able to edit in their document and look at it. So that's the kind of the grading kind of feedback loop cycle. The one other thing that I will show you is that if I go and click on grades, you can see there's a gradebook already set up for all the different activities and assignments I put in there, and the ones that I've actually put in grades, they're there, and it allows me to open up student work, return it, and change grades here. There is an ability to export to Excel if you needed to be able to transfer to other places, but that's kind of the limits right there of what it does, and it's not directly connected to your grading system. Most of the time in teams and these kind of interactions, we're looking for growth here. We're not necessarily taking a final grade. There might be one or two other things, especially if you have rubrics and things like that, and they would see those scores. But generally, a lot of this is going to be, as far as the grading part, is going to be more formative. So that's how we help our students, and we can help them through the learning cycle, being able to provide feedback through comments, through grading, through other types of feedback, writing directly on the document itself.